Have you ever stood up from a chair and felt your legs tremble a little? Maybe your arms felt heavy as you reached for something, or walking across the room suddenly took more effort than it used to. No pain, no big warning, just a quiet sense that your body isn't as strong as it once was. Many call it aging, but what if that's not the full story? What if the real reason you're feeling weaker is a small, everyday habit? Something so ordinary, so routine, that it's silently breaking down your muscles. In this video, we'll reveal the 10 worst habits that destroy your strength over time, including one almost every senior does, thinking it's healthy. Watch until the end to discover simple, powerful changes you can start today to keep your muscles strong, your balance steady, and your independence intact, no matter your age. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video. You can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know, so I can make a better video for you. Now let's get started. As we age, a subtle yet insidious condition known as sarcopenia can quietly take hold, gradually eroding muscle mass and strength after midlife. Unlike acute injuries or illnesses, sarcopenia doesn't announce its arrival with sharp pain, alarming symptoms, or sudden changes. Instead, it creeps in stealthily, sapping your strength, undermining your balance, and making routine tasks, like carrying heavy grocery bags, getting out of bed, or navigating a flight of stairs, increasingly challenging. Over time, these small struggles can compound, threatening independence and quality of life. Sarcopenia is alarmingly common, yet often goes unnoticed until significant damage has occurred. According to a 2022 study published in The Lancet Public Health, over 30% of adults aged 60 and older already exhibit signs of sarcopenia, with many remaining unaware of their condition. The reason lies in its silent progression. There are no dramatic warning signs, just a slow, relentless decline. However, there's hope. Sarcopenia is not an inevitable fate. With awareness and action, it's possible to slow its progression and, in some cases, even reverse its effects. The key lies in identifying and addressing the daily habits that quietly undermine your muscle health. In this detailed guide, we'll explore the 10 worst habits that contribute to muscle loss over time, counting down behaviors that may surprise you with their impact. Some of these habits are so commonplace that they're often mistaken for harmless or even healthy routines, particularly among older adults. Let's dive into the list, starting with habit number 10, consuming refined sugar daily. Habit 10. Eating refined sugar every day. Most people associate excessive sugar consumption with health issues like diabetes, obesity, or heart disease, but its role in accelerating muscle loss is rarely discussed. Refined sugars, found in sodas, candies, cookies, white bread, pastries, and packaged snacks, pose a direct threat to your muscles through multiple mechanisms. When you consume refined sugars, your blood sugar levels spike rapidly, prompting your body to release insulin to regulate them. While insulin is essential, chronic overexposure from frequent sugar intake leads to chronic inflammation throughout the body. This persistent inflammatory state disrupts your body's ability to repair and rebuild muscle tissue, a process known as muscle protein synthesis. A 2019 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that diets high in refined sugars significantly impair muscle protein synthesis, meaning that even if you engage in physical activity like walking or strength training, your muscles may struggle to recover and grow effectively. Beyond inflammation, refined sugar accelerates oxidative stress, a process akin to internal rusting that generates harmful molecules called free radicals. These molecules damage healthy muscle cells, leading to faster muscle fatigue, slower recovery times, and diminished strength over time. The cumulative effect is a body that feels weaker and less resilient, even with regular movement. What makes sugar particularly insidious is its ubiquity. It's not just in obvious culprits like desserts or sodas, but lurks in seemingly innocent foods like fruit juices, breakfast cereals, flavored yogurts, salad dressings, low-fat snacks, and even some breads. You might not be indulging in chocolate cake every day, but you could still be consuming excessive sugar without realizing it. How to break the habit. To protect your muscles, start by becoming a vigilant label reader. Watch for hidden sugars disguised as glucose, corn syrup, maltodextrin, cane juice, or other aliases. Aim to minimize processed foods and swap sugary snacks for whole, nutrient-dense alternatives like fresh fruits, apples, pears, or berries, which provide natural sweetness along with fiber and antioxidants. When sweetening foods or drinks, opt for small amounts of natural sweeteners like dates, honey, or maple syrup, or use spices like cinnamon or vanilla for flavor without sugar. Choose unsweetened yogurt, whole grain breads, and homemade salad dressings to further reduce your intake. Even modest reductions in sugar can lower inflammation, enhance muscle recovery, and support long-term strength. By cutting back on refined sugars, you're not just safeguarding your blood sugar levels. You're preserving your balance, mobility, and independence. Habit 9. Not drinking enough water. It may sound deceptively simple, but inadequate hydration is one of the most common and overlooked mistakes older adults make, with profound consequences for muscle health. You might think, I drink tea with breakfast, juice at lunch, and I'm not thirsty, so I must be fine. However, this assumption can leave your muscles vulnerable to decline. Your muscles are composed of approximately 75% water, making hydration critical for their function, flexibility, and repair. When your body is even mildly dehydrated, your muscles bear the brunt of the deficit. Dehydration causes muscles to lose elasticity, leading to increased stiffness, frequent cramps, and slower recovery after physical activity. You may notice that even light tasks, like walking or gardening, leave you feeling fatigued or weak, an effect that dehydration exacerbates. The problem is compounded if your daily fluids primarily come from caffeinated beverages, coffee, tea, or sugary drinks, sodas, sweetened juices. These act as diuretics, causing your body to excrete more water than it retains, further depleting your muscles' water reserves. Dehydration also impairs blood circulation, reducing the delivery of oxygen and essential nutrients to your muscles. This makes it harder for them to function optimally, heal from daily wear and tear, or grow stronger through exercise. Symptoms like muscle tightness, fatigue, or dizziness, especially after prolonged sitting or light activity, may signal that dehydration is taking a toll. For older adults, the risk is even higher because the body's thirst mechanism becomes less reliable with age, meaning you may not feel thirsty until dehydration is already advanced. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. How much water is enough? Most older adults need 6 to 8 8-ounce glasses of water per day, roughly 1.5 to 2 liters, though this varies based on factors like climate, activity level, body size, and medications. Some, like diuretics, increase water loss. If you live in a hot or dry environment, exercise regularly, or take medications that affect fluid balance, you may need more. Practical tips for staying hydrated. To ensure your muscles stay hydrated and resilient, adopt these simple strategies. Start your day with water. Drink a glass of water first thing in the morning, before coffee or tea, to kickstart hydration. Drink before meals. Sip a small glass of water before each meal to make hydration a habit. Carry a water bottle. Keep a reusable bottle with you and take small sips throughout the day to maintain steady hydration. Add flavor naturally. If plain water feels unappealing, infuse it with slices of lemon, cucumber, mint, or berries for a refreshing twist. Eat water-rich foods. Incorporate hydrating foods like watermelon, cucumbers, oranges, zucchini, and soups into your diet. Monitor your hydration. Check your urine color. Pale yellow indicates good hydration, while dark yellow suggests you need more water. Hydration is about more than avoiding cramps or thirst. It's a cornerstone of muscle health that supports circulation, mobility, and recovery. Think of water as the fuel that keeps your muscles' engine running smoothly. Without it, your strength and resilience begin to falter. Moving forward. By addressing habits like excessive sugar consumption and inadequate hydration, you can take meaningful steps to combat sarcopenia and preserve your muscle health. In the next sections, we'll explore habits 8 through 1, uncovering more surprising behaviors that erode strength and offering practical solutions to counteract them. Each small change you make today can have a profound impact on your ability to stay strong, active, and independent for years to come. Stay tuned for habit number 8, a seemingly harmless routine that many overlook but that silently undermines muscle function every day. Habit number 8. Neglecting strength training. When the topic of strength training arises, it's common to envision intimidating gym environments filled with heavy weights, clanging barbells, and youthful athletes pushing their limits. For many seniors, this mental image can feel overwhelming, daunting, or even irrelevant to their lives. The mere thought of lifting weights might conjure fears of injury, discomfort, or the belief that such activities are reserved for the young. However, here's a critical truth that often goes unrecognized. Strength training becomes increasingly vital as we age. Far from being a luxury for the athletic, it's a cornerstone of maintaining independence, mobility, and overall health in later years. The science behind this is clear and compelling. Starting around age 30, the human body begins to lose muscle mass, a process known as sarcopenia, at a rate of approximately 3 to 5% per decade. If no action is taken to counteract this natural decline, the rate accelerates significantly after age 60, potentially doubling. This gradual muscle loss happens quietly, often unnoticed, as daily routines may not demand enough physical effort to maintain muscle strength. Over time, the consequences become evident. Tasks like carrying a basket of laundry, rising from a chair without assistance, or climbing stairs become challenging or even risky. The fear of falling, a major concern for seniors, grows as weakened muscles compromise balance and stability. The good news? This decline is not inevitable. With intentional effort, muscle loss can be slowed, halted, or even reversed, without requiring hours in a gym or extreme exertion. Research published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research highlights the transformative impact of strength training for older adults. The study found that just 2 30-minute strength training sessions per week can significantly improve muscle mass, enhance balance, correct posture, and reduce the risk of falls. These benefits translate directly to a higher quality of life, enabling seniors to maintain their independence and confidence. So, what does strength training look like for seniors? It doesn't have to be complex, intimidating, or equipment-heavy. Safe, accessible exercises can be seamlessly integrated into daily life. For example, lifting small water bottles or canned goods can serve as light weights to build arm strength. Practicing sitting and standing from a chair without using hands strengthens leg and core muscles. Wall push-ups engage the upper body while minimizing strain. Resistance bands, which are affordable and easy to use, provide gentle resistance to stimulate muscle growth. Even balance exercises, like holding a standing position for 10 seconds, contribute to muscle maintenance and stability. The key principle is gentle, consistent resistance. Just enough to remind your body that these muscles are still essential. This signals your body to preserve and strengthen muscle tissue rather than letting it waste away. The time commitment is minimal. Even 10 minutes a day can yield significant results over time. The approach is simple. Start slowly, prioritize controlled movements over speed, and focus on proper breathing to support your efforts. For those unsure of where to begin, resources like Senior Fit's follow-along video series offer step-by-step guidance tailored to older adults, ensuring safe and effective workouts. Ultimately, strength training isn't about achieving a bodybuilder's physique or lifting heavy weights. It's about preserving your freedom, the ability to move confidently, perform daily tasks with ease, and live life on your terms. When you invest in your muscles, even with small, consistent efforts, they repay you with resilience and vitality. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Habit number 7. Consuming foods that undermine muscle health. You may be diligent about staying active, walking regularly, staying hydrated, or incorporating light exercise into your routine. But if your diet includes foods that quietly harm your muscles, these efforts may not yield the results you hope for. Nutrition plays an equally critical role in muscle health as physical activity. The foods you choose either nourish and strengthen your muscles or contribute to their gradual decline, often in ways that aren't immediately obvious. Many foods that seem harmless, tasty, convenient, or even marketed as healthy can, over time, promote inflammation, weaken muscle tissue, and hinder recovery. Understanding which foods fall into this category empowers you to make informed choices. Here's a closer look at some of the worst culprits when it comes to muscle health. Sugary soft drinks. Loaded with sugar and devoid of nutrients, these beverages drive inflammation and impair the body's ability to repair muscle tissue. Processed meats. Sausages, ham, bacon, and deli slices often contain preservatives and additives that can harm both muscle and cardiovascular health over time. White bread and refined flour. Stripped of fiber and nutrients, these foods cause rapid blood sugar spikes, offering no meaningful fuel for muscle maintenance. Fried and fast foods. High in unhealthy trans fats, these foods disrupt muscle function and slow recovery by promoting systemic inflammation. Packaged snacks and chips. Packed with sodium, artificial flavors, and preservatives, these snacks contribute to water retention, fatigue, and muscle strain. Sweets and pastries. These sugar-heavy treats cause insulin spikes followed by energy crashes, disrupting the hormones that support muscle repair. Excessive alcohol. Regular overconsumption interferes with nutrient absorption, weakens muscle tissue, and impairs recovery processes. Energy drinks and high-caffeine beverages. These overstimulate the nervous system, disrupting sleep and slowing muscle recovery. Artificial sweeteners. Found in many diet products, these may disrupt gut health and hinder nutrient absorption critical for muscle function. High-sodium canned foods. Excessive salt draws water from muscles, leading to stiffness, dehydration, and an increased risk of cramps. This doesn't mean you must eliminate all your favorite foods or adopt a restrictive diet overnight. The goal is awareness, recognizing that what you eat either supports your body's efforts to stay strong or gradually undermines them. Small, intentional changes can have a profound impact. Consider swapping white bread for nutrient-rich whole grains, replacing sugary drinks with water or unsweetened herbal teas, or choosing fresh, lean meats, fish, or legumes over processed deli cuts. Incorporating more vegetables, nuts, seeds, and anti-inflammatory foods like olive oil, turmeric, or fatty fish can further support muscle health and reduce inflammation. Your body is constantly working to repair and protect itself, but it relies on the right fuel to do so effectively. By making thoughtful choices about what's on your plate, you provide your muscles with the nutrients they need to thrive. Perfection isn't the goal. Small, consistent improvements over time are enough to make a meaningful difference. Habit number 6. Over-reliance on painkillers and anti-inflammatory medications. For many older adults, reaching for a painkiller or anti-inflammatory medication like ibuprofen, acetaminophen, or aspirin is a routine response to aches, stiffness, or soreness. These medications often provide quick relief, making it tempting to use them daily or even multiple times a day. While this habit may feel harmless or even necessary, overusing these drugs can have unintended consequences for muscle health and overall well-being. When you engage in physical activity, whether it's exercise, walking, or daily tasks, your muscles experience tiny micro-tears. This is a normal part of the muscle-building process. In response, your body triggers a controlled inflammatory response to repair these tears, making the muscles stronger and more resilient. However, regular use of non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, NSAIDs, can disrupt this natural repair process. By suppressing inflammation, these medications may prevent your body from receiving the signals it needs to rebuild muscle tissue effectively. A study published in the Journal of Applied Physiology found that long-term NSAID use can inhibit muscle protein synthesis, the process by which your body repairs and strengthens muscle tissue. This interference can lead to weaker muscles over time, undermining your efforts to stay active and mobile. Beyond muscle health, overusing painkillers carries additional risks. These medications can strain the liver and kidneys, which play critical roles in processing nutrients needed for muscle maintenance. They may also irritate the stomach lining, impairing digestion and nutrient absorption, or interfere with the uptake of essential vitamins and minerals like calcium and magnesium, which are vital for muscle function. This isn't to say that painkillers or anti-inflammatory drugs should never be used. They can be invaluable for managing acute pain, recovering from surgery, or addressing chronic conditions under medical supervision. However, when their use becomes a daily habit, it's worth pausing to evaluate whether they're masking deeper issues rather than addressing them. Fortunately, there are gentler, natural alternatives to manage discomfort while supporting muscle health. Warm compresses or Epsom salt baths. These soothe sore muscles and promote relaxation. Gentle stretching or walking. Light movement can alleviate stiffness and improve circulation. Anti-inflammatory foods. Incorporating ginger, turmeric, or omega-3 rich fish can reduce inflammation naturally. Hydration. Drinking adequate water supports muscle flexibility and reduces cramping. Mindfulness and deep breathing. These techniques help manage tension and reduce the perception of pain. Before making any changes to your medication routine, consult your healthcare provider to ensure a safe transition. The goal isn't to endure pain unnecessarily, but to listen to your body's signals and support its natural healing processes. By addressing discomfort thoughtfully, You empower your muscles to stay strong and resilient. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Habit number 5. Insufficient protein intake. When most people think of protein, they picture bodybuilders chugging protein shakes or athletes fueling up for intense workouts. However, protein is far more than a fitness fad. It's a critical nutrient for everyone, especially as we age. Aging accelerates muscle breakdown, and without adequate protein, your body lacks the raw materials needed to repair, maintain, or build muscle tissue. For older adults, consuming enough protein is essential for preserving strength, supporting recovery, and maintaining mobility. Unfortunately, many seniors consume far less protein than their bodies require, often without realizing it. A typical day might include toast or oatmeal for breakfast, soup and crackers for lunch, and a dinner of rice and vegetables. Meals that may feel satisfying but provide minimal protein. Over time, this protein deficiency takes a toll. Muscles weaken, balance falters, recovery from injuries slows, and energy levels decline, making it harder to stay active and independent. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition recommends that older adults aim for 1.2 to 1.5 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight daily. For a 65 kilogram, 143 pound individual, this translates to roughly 78 to 98 grams of protein per day. Yet, many seniors consume only half this amount, leaving their muscles undernourished. Protein is particularly crucial for repairing muscle tissue after physical activity, supporting immune function, and aiding recovery from illness or surgery. Increasing protein intake doesn't require drastic changes or oversized portions. Simple, accessible options can make a big difference. Eggs, a versatile breakfast choice, providing about 6 grams of protein per egg. Greek yogurt, a protein-packed snack or dessert, offering 10 to 20 grams per serving. Fish or chicken, lean meats provide high-quality protein for lunch or dinner. Lentils, beans, or tofu. Plant-based proteins are affordable and easy to incorporate. Protein smoothies. Blend banana, oats, peanut butter, and a scoop of protein powder for a nutrient-rich drink. The key is consistency. Aim to include a source of protein at every meal, even in small amounts. This steady supply supports muscle maintenance throughout the day. It's not about eating large steaks or overhauling your diet. It's about building a sustainable habit that nourishes your body. Muscles aren't just built through exercise, they're also built in the kitchen. By prioritizing protein, you give your body the tools it needs to stay strong, resilient, and ready for whatever life brings. Small steps today can lead to significant gains in strength and vitality tomorrow. Habit number 7. Insufficient sleep, the silent thief of muscle strength. It may come as a surprise, but your muscles don't grow or repair when you're lifting weights, walking, or engaging in physical activity. Instead, the magic happens when you're at rest, particularly during deep, restorative sleep. Sleep is far more than a mental recharge. It's a critical period when your body undertakes essential repair processes. During sleep, your body rebuilds muscle fibers damaged during daily activities, repairs tissues, and balances hormones crucial for physical health. For older adults, however, achieving high-quality sleep can be a challenge. Many experience fragmented sleep patterns, going to bed too late, waking up too early, or tossing and turning throughout the night. Over time, this chronic sleep deprivation becomes a silent saboteur, quietly eroding muscle strength and overall vitality. Research published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism highlights the consequences of inadequate sleep. Getting less than 6 hours per night significantly reduces the body's production of growth hormone, a vital player in muscle repair, maintenance, and recovery. Without sufficient growth hormone, muscles heal more slowly, lose mass more quickly, and become increasingly sore and stiff. This can make even simple activities, like climbing stairs or carrying groceries, feel more taxing. Poor sleep also disrupts other hormones, such as cortisol and insulin, which can further accelerate muscle breakdown and impair recovery. The result? A body that struggles to rebuild after physical activity, leaving you feeling weaker and more fatigued over time. So, how can you combat this habit and prioritize sleep? The key is to establish a consistent, muscle-friendly sleep routine. Here are practical steps to improve sleep quality. Maintain a consistent schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends, to regulate your body's internal clock. Create a sleep-friendly environment. Keep your bedroom cool, ideally 60 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit, dark and quiet. Consider blackout curtains, earplugs, or a white noise machine if needed. Limit screen time. Avoid screens, phones, tablets, TVs, at least 1 hour before bed, as blue light suppresses melatonin, the hormone that signals sleep. Wind down intentionally. Engage in calming pre-bed rituals, such as drinking caffeine-free herbal tea, like chamomile or valerian, taking a warm bath, or practicing gentle stretches or meditation. Watch your diet. Avoid heavy meals, spicy foods, or caffeine in the late afternoon or evening, as these can disrupt sleep. Opt for a light, protein-rich snack, like a small serving of yogurt, if you're hungry before bed. Address underlying issues. Poor sleep can sometimes signal deeper problems, such as chronic stress, physical pain, sleep apnea, or nutritional deficiencies. If sleep troubles persist, consult a healthcare provider to rule out conditions like insomnia or sleep disorders. Sleep is not a luxury, it's a lifeline for your muscles and overall health. By prioritizing rest, you allow your body to repair, rebuild, and maintain the strength needed for an active, independent life. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 4 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Habit number 6. Skipping breakfast or choosing nutrient-poor morning meals. Breakfast is often called the most important meal of the day, and for good reason, especially when it comes to preserving muscle strength. After a night of fasting, typically 7 to 9 hours without food, your muscles are in a vulnerable state, depleted of nutrients and primed for either repair or breakdown. Skipping breakfast or opting for a nutrient-poor meal, like coffee and toast, deprives your body of the fuel it needs to halt muscle breakdown and kickstart recovery. When you skip breakfast, your body remains in a catabolic state, meaning it continues to break down muscle tissue to meet its energy demands. Over time, this chronic nutrient deficit contributes to muscle loss, reduced energy levels, a slower metabolism, and an increased risk of weakness, falls, and frailty. Even worse, a breakfast high in refined sugars, like sugary cereals, pastries, or just coffee and white bread, causes a rapid spike in blood sugar followed by a crash, leaving your muscles starved for sustained energy and nutrients. The science is clear. A balanced breakfast rich in protein, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates is essential for muscle health. Protein, in particular, provides the amino acids needed to repair and rebuild muscle fibers. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that consuming adequate protein at breakfast can significantly reduce muscle breakdown and support muscle maintenance in older adults. Here's how to build a muscle-supporting breakfast. Prioritize protein. Aim for 15 to 25 grams of protein, depending on your body weight and activity level. Good sources include eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, nut butter, or a scoop of protein powder in a smoothie. Include healthy fats. Fats like avocado, nuts, seeds, or olive oil provide sustained energy and support hormone production. Choose complex carbs. Opt for whole grains like oats, whole wheat toast, or quinoa, which provide steady energy without spiking blood sugar. Hydrate. Start your day with a glass of water to rehydrate your body and support muscle function. Here are some gentle, senior-friendly breakfast ideas to get you started. Egg and veggie scramble. 2 eggs scrambled with spinach and tomatoes, served with a slice of whole grain toast and half an avocado. Oatmeal power bowl. Rolled oats cooked with milk, topped with chia seeds, a sliced banana, and a tablespoon of almond butter. Greek yogurt parfait. Plain Greek yogurt layered with fresh berries, a sprinkle of granola, and a handful of walnuts. Smoothie boost. Blend a banana, a tablespoon of peanut butter, a scoop of protein powder, and milk, or a plant-based alternative, for a quick, nutrient-packed option. Even a small, nutrient-dense breakfast can make a significant difference. The goal is to signal to your muscles, you're safe, you're nourished, and you're ready to rebuild. By starting your day with the right foods, you set the stage for better energy, strength, and resilience. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 5 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Habit number 5. Prolonged sitting, the hidden muscle weakener. Sitting for extended periods is one of the most common habits among older adults, often driven by a desire for comfort or rest. Whether it's watching TV, reading, eating, or simply feeling fatigued, prolonged sitting feels safe and familiar. However, this seemingly harmless habit sends a dangerous message to your body. Your muscles aren't needed. Over time, this lack of activity accelerates muscle loss, particularly in the legs, hips, and core, the very muscles essential for mobility, balance, and independence. Your body is designed for movement. When you sit for hours without breaks, muscle fibers begin to atrophy, blood flow slows, and joints stiffen. This can lead to noticeable changes: increased difficulty standing up from a chair, trouble maintaining balance, challenges climbing stairs, or faster fatigue during short walks. A study in the journals of gerontology found that prolonged sedentary behavior is strongly linked to faster muscle loss, increased frailty, and a higher risk of falls in adults over 60. Even regular exercise, like a daily walk or gym session, may not fully counteract the damage if the rest of your day is spent sitting. The good news? Breaking up sitting time with small, intentional movements can make a profound difference. Here are practical ways to stay active throughout the day. Set a timer. Stand up every 30 to 40 minutes, even for just 1 to 2 minutes, to stretch, march in place, or walk around the room. Incorporate movement into daily tasks. Walk around the house while talking on the phone, do light stretches while watching TV, or perform calf raises while waiting for the kettle to boil. Try chair exercises. If mobility is limited, try seated leg lifts, arm circles, or gentle twists to keep muscles engaged. Take short walks. A 5-minute stroll around the house or yard every couple of hours can improve circulation and muscle activation. These micro-movements don't require intense effort, but they send a powerful signal to your muscles: you're still needed. Regular movement also supports joint lubrication, blood flow, and overall energy levels, helping you maintain strength and reduce the risk of falls. Habit number 4. Staying inactive after meals, missing a key opportunity for muscle health. It's a common post-meal ritual. After eating, you settle onto the couch to relax, scroll through your phone, or watch TV. For many, this feels like a well-deserved moment of rest. However, staying sedentary after meals, especially sitting or lying down for long periods, can quietly undermine your muscle health and overall vitality. After eating, your body relies on good circulation to digest food, deliver nutrients to muscles, and regulate blood sugar. Movement supports these processes by enhancing blood flow and stimulating muscle activity. However, when you remain still or lie down immediately after a meal, digestion slows, blood sugar spikes linger, and muscles miss out on critical nutrients needed for repair and growth. Over time, this habit contributes to poor circulation, increased fat storage instead of muscle repair, greater stiffness, and accelerated muscle loss, particularly in the lower body. Research in the Journal of Applied Physiology shows that light physical activity after meals improves nutrient absorption, enhances insulin sensitivity, and supports muscle maintenance. Even a brief period of movement can make a significant difference. Here are simple ways to stay active after eating. Take a short walk. A 5-10-minute stroll around the house, yard, or neighborhood promotes digestion and nutrient delivery to muscles. Do light household tasks. Stand to fold laundry, wash dishes, or tidy up, keeping your body upright and engaged. Try standing stretches. Gentle stretches, like reaching overhead or doing side bends, can activate muscles and improve circulation. Stay upright. If walking isn't an option, simply avoid lying down for at least 30 to 60 minutes after eating to support digestion and blood flow. These small changes improve digestion, enhance nutrient uptake, stabilize blood sugar, and support long-term muscle strength and balance. By moving gently after meals, you give your body the tools it needs to age gracefully and maintain independence. Recap: the 10 silent habits that erode muscle strength. You've now explored the 10 subtle habits that can quietly undermine muscle strength if left unaddressed. These aren't dramatic, life-altering choices. They're everyday behaviors that accumulate over time, gradually weakening your body. The good news? You have the power to change them, starting with small, manageable steps. Here's a quick recap of the habits to watch for. Excessive refined sugar spikes blood sugar and promotes inflammation, accelerating muscle loss. Poor hydration dehydrates muscles, impairing function and recovery. Skipping strength exercises neglects muscle maintenance, leading to faster atrophy. Eating inflammatory foods fuels chronic inflammation, weakening muscles over time. Overusing painkillers masks pain signals, potentially leading to overexertion and muscle damage. Low protein intake starves muscles of the amino acids needed for repair and growth. Insufficient sleep robs your body of the rest needed for muscle repair and hormone balance. Skipping breakfast misses a critical opportunity to fuel muscles and halt breakdown. Prolonged sitting signals muscles to atrophy, especially in the legs and core. Inactivity after meals slows digestion, impairs nutrient delivery, and accelerates muscle loss. Taking action. Small steps for lasting strength. Changing these habits doesn't require perfection, just awareness and intention. Start with 1 or 2 small adjustments. Drink an extra glass of water, add a boiled egg to breakfast, take a short walk after lunch, or stand up to stretch every hour. These actions may seem minor, but they compound over time, building a foundation of strength, resilience, and independence. By addressing these silent habits, you're not just preserving muscle, you're investing in a healthier, more active future. Your body is capable of remarkable strength at any age, and with these simple changes, you can unlock its full potential. You've just learned the 10 silent habits that can slowly erode your muscle strength if left unchecked, from eating too much sugar to sitting still after meals. These everyday choices may seem small, but they add up over time, impacting your strength, balance, and independence. The good news? You have the power to change them, starting today. So, what's one thing you've learned from this video that you're ready to put into practice in your life? Maybe it's drinking more water, adding protein to your breakfast, or taking a short walk after meals. Share it with us in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. If you found this video helpful, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Senior Fit, for more tips to stay strong and active. Until next time, stay well, stay moving, and keep your independence shining.